Hi everyone, I'm Michelle Kelly. Welcome to Be in the Change. I'm going to get started by reciting my inspiration. Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, which most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people will not feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us. It is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Marianne Williamson. I'd like to say welcome to everybody who's watching me for the first time, and thank you. And welcome back to everybody who has watched me before, and thank you for being on this journey with me. I started a YouTube channel and doing these Facebooks on January 1st of 2019, stating out loud that I was breaking up with fear, I was breaking up with shame, and I was breaking up with guilt, and I was going to do a weekly video, and I reported that breaking up with fear, shame, and guilt has not been easy. It has not broken up with me yet, and it is a daily practice, and I'm inviting all of you to practice with me. Last week in my video, I was talking about being in this quarantine and how my behavior is not at my all-time best, and talking about wearing the mask and how difficult that's been for me. And you know, it's so funny. It's like I wore an invisible mask my entire life. And about 5 years ago is when I finally started to feel like that mask was removed. And I didn't have to be anybody else other than myself, which for the longest time, I never knew who that was. And during this quarantine, during this downtime, I have learned so much about myself just through some of my actions. And the biggest thing that I learned was back in May, I shared with all of you that I couldn't physically do it, but my son did. I was the director of having all my bushes pulled out in front of my house, and I live in a condo and we have an association, and I was supposed to ask for permission and I didn't. And then they asked me after what my plan was, and I said I didn't have a plan, and I figured out about myself, I've never had a plan. I've never been a planner. I've always relied on other people to come up with the plan and then blame them when the plan failed or I didn't like the plan. So I'm learning so much about myself, and one of the things that I've learned by that experience was I never wanted people to know what was on the inside. I acted like I didn't care about the outside, and the inside was way better than the outside always, and I didn't want people to know that. And it's funny because I've been a hair colorist my whole entire career, and I've got to color people's hair, and I've got to know people, and it's been an amazing and wonderful experience. And I was in a car accident back in November, and I can no longer return to hairdressing. My neck and my thoracic spine is really bad, and I can't lift my arms anymore. And to do hair, except for, you know, I'm lifting it to do my own. And it's funny because I got to know people, and part of the way I used to read people, I could tell you what they wanted by everything they listed that they didn't want. So I got to read in between the lines, and I got very good at that. I could tell what people were saying from everything they weren't saying, except for I couldn't do that for my own life and my own self. So my hair. So I have this piece here, and I just did my hair the other day, and I have this peekaboo piece. And it's huge, and it's this oh my God piece, but I have it hidden, so you really don't know it's there. And when I want to, I can show it to you, but I don't have to. And I never realized this about me. I was testing people. I wanted to see if you wanted to get to know what was on the inside, but I would send you a different message on the outside and then secretly test you to see if you weren't shallow. But I was the shallow one because I was testing you to see if you weren't shallow, because I was. And I didn't even know that. And even just having this statement piece in my hair, like, I want to look like I care, but not that much. So I do care, and things are important to me. And from now on, I want my outsides to match my insides and to be all matching instead of a test. And, you know, when I was married to my ex-husband, our outside looked so good. Our outside was so good, and the inside was empty. And I think it's time for me to have my insides match my outsides. And it's okay that people know this about me, because I am safe no matter what. I believe that God is my ultimate protector, and no matter what I do or say, that I am safe and I am protected and all is well. So I want to say thank you to everybody who's watching me, to everybody who is on this journey practicing of life. And we're all, you know, they say we're all in the same boat. We're all in the same storm. We're in different boats. But what I'm on my way to is compassion and love for myself and for others. And I'm wishing that for all of you right now. I know this is the hardest time we've ever been in, and we're allowed to acknowledge it for the first time in our lives, which is huge. And I'm grateful to everybody who's watching me and joining, and thank you so much. And please stay tuned, stay safe, and I'll see you all next week.